to think of organizations as they're Pavlovian, right? So they started out making a certain product or delivering a service, and they began over time perfecting that. They became much more efficient, much more profitable in delivering that product or service. And so the more they did the same thing over and over again, the more they were rewarded by success and profit, right? By larger market share, by more profitability to the bottom line, and all of these things. So over time, they keep getting reinforced, right? And if you're a manufacturing company, you know, you want to get more product off the line faster, right? So you're constantly aiming toward greater efficiency. So let's take a manufacturing company, for example. Along comes somebody and they have an innovative idea, and it requires you now to introduce a new process into manufacturing. That means shutting things down, retraining people, possibly adding time to manufacturing the product. Now you're going to have fewer products come off the line. That in and of itself is going to face some resistance. Never mind the fact that whatever executives are in charge of manufacturing may have their very compensation associated with improving the output of manufacturing. So you can see that there's this sort of systemic resistance to wanting to change process, to wanting to innovate, if your very compensation is such as bonuses and things like that are tied to productivity and output. So there's always built in to every organization some resistances. And what you have to do is you have to acknowledge that the very things that made us successful will now cause us to fail. We've been so reinforced to do things a certain way. We've built in all these systems in our organization to efficiently do things that way. And now we have to change. And when you acknowledge that it's going to be really difficult to make that change, then you start to build in institutionalized innovation. In other words, there has to be a countermeasure to institutionalized resistance. And that is what I call institutionalized innovation. You have to build systems that constantly force the company. They have to be efficient systems, they have to be institutionalized, they have to be systemic, and they have to be built in, and personnel and budget, and all of those things have to be dedicated to innovation as a process.